What's a vehicle? Answers on a postcard. Well, good evening. It's a beautiful sunny day again, and I'm here at the Warburton Toll Bridge, which has been subject to some controversy in the media recently because it's being refurbished and the once 12p toll is going to go up to the princely sum of £1 English. You'd think that the sky was about to fall in given the reaction to this news, but let's go and have a look at what the big deal is, shall we? I'm guessing the budget for the letter A was spent on writing the word vehicles on the other sign. So originally there was a booth here and somebody would stop you and you give them 12p, or if you were feeling particularly willing to spend money, you could give them 25p and get a return pass that would allow you to use the crossing as many times as you wanted. That's obviously going to change when the new regime comes in. The booth here was actually burnt down in what was believed to be an arson attack, because apparently the presence of a toll bridge here is extremely offensive to some people. Seems a bit silly if you ask me. Now, it is a good question though why this one bridge is a toll bridge when all the other crossings over the Manchester Ship Canal are free. And to understand that, you have to appreciate that this relates to the old River Mersey. You're paying a toll to cross the River Mersey here, not the Ship Canal. The fact that the River Mersey's disappeared under the Ship Canal is an irrelevance in this case. The Act of Parliament that allowed the collection of tolls was never scrapped, so the new Warburton Bridge effectively replaced the old Warburton Bridge, meaning that the toll has remained ever since. So you can see these are the abutments from the old river crossing that have still survived. The river's long since dried up here because it's the canal now, but this is technically why there's still a toll here. The canal bridge is a bit of a red herring. Those who are complaining that it going up to £1 is somehow extortionate because it's gone up from 12p. When the Act of Parliament was written in 1863 and the price was set at the equivalent of 12p today, if we were to apply inflation and keep up with the rising cost of living and whatnot, Peel Ports technically could be asking for a toll increase to £15 each way. You might want to not say that to them if you're really that upset about it being £1. So, what are your options to avoid this if you A, can't use the M6 and B, don't want to pay a toll? Well, you can either go to Warrington and use the Latchford Bridge or any of the swing bridges in Warrington, or you can travel east where the next all-purpose crossing of the river is all the way in Salford. This is the problem because this forms a major rat run to the M6 and M62. So people who use this object paying a toll because it means that their shortcut is expensive. So the question needs to be asked is, should this bridge be a bridge for traffic? In the 1980s and 90s there were plans to build a new motorway to connect the M6, M62 and M56 because Thelwall was struggling. Now those who know the motorway history around here will know that Thelwall is now 2 viaducts, 4 lanes each way, and is still struggling. So building another motorway probably wasn't going to solve the problem, but there is an argument, and arguably a need, for a fit-for-purpose crossing here that can take more traffic than this one can, just as a pressure valve more than anything. But if you were to do that, this bridge could then become sort of a historical artefact. It could be used for cycling, for walking, and you could potentially open up the area for other people who aren't necessarily driving, because even though they've rebuilt this footpath, this isn't really intended for a walking route, is it? It's not exactly wide, so you know, swings and roundabouts as they say. The old stop at toll gate sign has been taken down. Now that's probably because I think the new toll regime is going to involve paying online rather than having a physical barrier. The layout would suggest that's going to be the case, but I haven't actually checked. I'm sure somebody can tell me in the comments whether I'm right or wrong. You know, it's just check whether you're paying attention to these videos. That's my excuse, and I'm going to stick to it. Since the temporary removal of the tolls, there has been no way of stopping vehicles over 3 tonnes from accessing the bridge. So this temporary arrangement has been put in, which isn't very well signposted, and the scuff marks would imply that people have been chancing it as well. Some actual signs wouldn't go amiss here, because that is a bit poor. Just a quick shout out as well to all those lovely people who have supported me either on Ko-fi or Patreon. Their names are on screen now, and if you want to join them, the details to do so are also on screen now. Shall we carry on? Yes, that is a pylon in the background for those who weren't aware. I'm not really sure what I think about the ongoing saga with this bridge. I mean, I've always found it interesting as a piece of road history, but it's a bit useless as a road. It's not suitable for the traffic volumes it carries, and something better needs to be here, but I don't think anyone's got any answers as to what that should be. Peel Port certainly will have no impetus to pay for a new bridge. It's not in their interest, because they'd have to maintain it. So that leaves it in the gift of Cheshire and Trafford councils. Can't see them coming to an agreement either, truth be told. Just can't see it. Now, they haven't actually bothered to provide a footpath through the work site. Technically it is a closed footpath at the moment. Pretty poor as well. Not too impressed with the traffic management on here, not gonna lie. It's a little bit rubbish. Hiding here in the tree is a Greater Manchester sign. Doesn't say County of Greater Manchester, but it's of that era. Not many of those left. I wonder if this one will survive the works. It looks like it's been just turned round and hopefully will be forgotten about. I mean, so yeah, I'm not over enamoured by the quality of these roadworks. The sun's starting to set now. It's a lovely evening. I waited till it started to get cooler. But there you go. That was a very quick look at the Warburton Bridge and the imminent cost increase to £1 for the toll. Is that going to bother you? Have you got any views either way? Feel free to comment, keep it civil as always. I'm going to go for a nice little walk back now, and I will catch you very soon. Take care. Bye bye.